Hi, I'm Cram, and today we're taking a look at RTX 3090 running 4 games simultaneously. You can see the frame rates and the details, CPU usage, GPU usage, RAM usage, and I'm pretty much maxing out my 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm running top left Nioh 2, top right Cyberpunk 2077, and bottom left League of Maidens, and bottom right Black Desert Online. Unfortunately, top 2 games use the same controller, so if I move one it moves the other. I think I've managed to fix that though right now. And then you've got Black Desert Online at the base, which I need to now select because it's not running. Let's just see what happens. Need to select this. It seems to have frozen. Push that key, but it's not seemed to work. Start adventure. Continue. Right, let's just get past that. So just to show that Nioh 2 is running as well. So that's running at 60 FPS. Cyberpunk is also running at 60 FPS. And depending on which one you select, it will then swap over to run at 60 FPS. Now I have got these all on sort of max settings, so that's possibly why it's chugging, but it's pretty interesting that you can have them all open running at the same time. So I need to get this Black Desert Online just to right, there you go. I've got my character up now. I can move her. Let's just look at the character, zoom in there. She's rather cool. So yeah, I mean, I think probably if I lowered down some of the settings, it would prove to be much more efficient. Which is pretty cool. So the RTX 3090 can handle 4 games running at the same time at max settings with at 1080p each, which is pretty interesting. Let's just get this character into the game. But as I said, if you look at the FPS now of Nioh 2, that seems to have dropped down dramatically. But obviously if I swap to it, it will then go back to 60 FPS. So let's just see what happens. As I said, it's controlling Cyberpunk at the same time as Nioh 2, unfortunately. Obviously this is not something that you're going to want to do under any normal situation, but it's quite interesting to see it all the same. And none of my controls are working. It's a bit rusty. So that's pretty amazing stuff. Let's get back to Cyberpunk 2077. So it's possibly, I'm sort of running this on a 4K TV, so it all looks like you can see exactly what you're doing on each screen. It's very easy to see that. So let's say there was 4 people huddled around a TV. You could probably play this, each person with a controller somehow connected, or a control device. You could probably play this pretty easily and it would be absolutely fine to play. the size of it is just like using, I mean, if I got my tape measure out, I'd say probably the display size, well, it's 4K divided by 4 basically. Do the math. So it's like a 1080p display for each one, I would say, if my math is correct. And yeah, you're seeing the GPU usage at about maximing out at 97%. So I haven't overclocked the GPU. This is how it's running, and I'm not showing you like areas in Cyberpunk where it's devoid of life. This is quite a populated area, middle of the daytime. Pretty cool stuff. And if I put that in photo mode, I shouldn't do that because that will reveal my character. Oh, that's alright, she's wearing clothes, that's good. She's pretty cool. So yeah, I bet if I, well, being a betting man, if I lowered the settings down. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I've got into combat for some reason. If I lowered the settings down to sort of medium, then I'm pretty sure that it would run a lot more smoother. So this is pretty cool stuff. I mean, it's not like these are old games either. Cyberpunk is pretty new and pretty intensive on the GPU. And let's just now switch. Right, we're going back to our base. Let's switch to League of Maidens for a second. So it's interesting that the control will only go to the game that I'm currently selecting. Let's go here. Black Desert Online. So yeah, you can see so one of the games seems to always, or two of them seem to chug when you start working one of the others, and I guess there's some optimization issues as well. My League of Maidens character is about to die. I'm not careful. So I mean, yeah, these are quite intense games, as I said. And if I have it lowered the settings, you'd probably be able to run them all at 60 FPS, I would imagine. But I think probably what's happening here is that my RAM, I need more RAM. 32GB might sort this out and help this to be a lot more smooth. Remember, I'm actually playing this online, so that's an online character there. I wish they'd get rid of the blurring, the depth of field blurring on this. It's a bit heavy. So yeah, pretty amazing stuff. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. 4 games running simultaneously on the RTX 3090, and you can see there the stats top left for each game, and you can see that GPU usage is extremely high. I'm running an i9 9900K. None of it is overclocked, and yeah, pretty cool stuff. Just load that up so you get the characters on screen. But it's just pretty amazing that I'm able to do this. This is how far we've come with computer processing. And I'll just get my character on screen. Let's get her in the real world, in the photo mode. Stand her up. So all the characters are on screen at once. Turn that depth of field off. That's better. And we want some brightness. It's a bit dark on that. There you go. And you want to hide the UI. I'm not sure how I can do that. There's probably a button that I'm not seeing. I've got covered up. But anyway, you can see characters on screen. Let me just quickly go back to Nioh 2 and get her a bit closer to the screen. Nope, it's moving Cyberpunk at the same time, but you get the point. Pretty amazing stuff. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm Rob Cram. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe the video.